Welcome back to Reactioncast. It's your host Jesus, aka Tyrant Dominus, here to give you another anime review. This time around, we're going to be talking about Season 2 of Bofuri. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense.
じゃあ、いつも通り。いつも通り。頑張ってね、サリー。アメー。さてと、それじゃあ。超加速。オモロ、終焉、影分身。タジュー、鉄砲水。オモロ、高速切開。Okay, it may have eaten me, but since I'm not in the water, I have freedom of movement. Deploy right now.
As a fan of the first season, I was eagerly awaiting Season 2 with reasonable hopes, and for the most part, I was not disappointed. The series continued to be a delightful blend of action, comedy, and adventure with its, unique twist on your classic gaming, not really isekai. It is because it's in another world, but it's more of your gaming kind of show. If you are a fan of Season 1 with Maple and the rest of the people on Maple Tree, you'll be getting much more of the same, more or less, in Season 2. In Season 2, we see her continue her adventures in the virtual reality game with her friends as they, uncover new challenges, uncover new mysteries, and get new abilities and the like to get to those outrageous moments that you saw back in Season 1, which I feel were some of the best moments, seeing Maple as this very, I would say somewhat clueless but very joyful character. I think she was what made Season 1 really fun. And then Season 2, she more or less does the same. This season, we get more, I would say, more input from some of the side characters, the rest of Maple Tree, and some of the other members of the other guilds in the series. We also get a little bit more touch with some of the admins of the game. I believe the game was called, what is it, New World Online? Yeah, I believe that's the name of the game they play. And we get more of their banter, and I like that because in Season 1, the admins were kind of like, oh, what are we gonna do? Maple's getting crazy strong, and it's hard to balance the game. And in Season 2, they kind of welcome it in a sense, but they're always still nervous while introducing this one other admin character, lying in the shadows in a sense, and it's reasonably interesting. Continuing on, the story itself is just a continuation of Season 1. All of the gang is just continuing on, trying to continue to the next level, defeating boss, getting new abilities. So there's not really much to add upon there, besides some slight character development, some interaction with other characters, and some fun action sequences from here and there. If you remember from Season 1, the humor is still lighthearted, often slapstick. So if that's what you enjoy back in Season 1, you're going to get the same here. It doesn't feel very forced, and it's, it's very levied to the overall tone of the series. So yeah, a few minor downsides I would say for the show is it just felt like the development of some of the characters and stories was very toned down, I would say. Like I said, it's much more of the same from Season 1 with no more oomph to it. Like I was hoping for Maple to get more ridiculous, she is ridiculous. I like Season 1 really wowed her power like crazy, but Season 2 they add some more mechanics to her set, but not to the point where I felt where it just went wild with it, where Season 1 did. But I did enjoy, the thing is, the minor updates to some of the character developments between each other with some of the other characters and getting some of their stories. like that. And surprisingly, I thought this was going to be the end of the show. Season 2 was going to be like, okay, this is how it's going to end. It's like the finale for the series was like, okay, I like this. This is how it's going to go. I was like, I was going to be content. It wasn't going to be anything grand. But surprisingly, they kind of left it open to like a season 3. I'm like, okay, you know, all right, I'm here. I'm like, it still has my attention, you know. Overall, I think that, you know, season 2 of Bofuri delivers it on its promises of being, you know, a very like joyful, exciting, kind of a hilarious continuation of Maple's adventures in the virtual game world with her friends. You know, there's some creative action sequences, you know, a reasonably healthy dose of humor. And if you're a big fan of these kind of isekai gaming genre shows, for sure, if you're a fan of season 1, season 2, it's just a continuation, nothing much more than that. It's looking like a feel-good series, you know. So overall, I'm gonna give season 2 a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. I feel it was good. It was a good show. Like I said, if it was a little bit more oomph to it, it could have got the 8. It was like tipping to a 6 for me a little bit. But I think some of the things that happened throughout the show, rewatching a few of it, really gave me that, like, you know, it's a 7. It's good. I enjoyed it. And it's a decent continuation to move along the series. And that's overall how I feel. So let me know what you guys thought about season 2 of Bofuri. I think that's how you pronounce it. I really never realized how to pronounce this because the name is so long. You guys, you know what it is. Bofuri. I don't want to get hurt, so I maxed out my defense. I usually say that instead of Bofuri. Okay. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on season 2. As always, you can thank you for listening or watching. Until next time, see ya.